20 years ago, my brother walked into my office and said, "What's this shit doing on my desk?" You're going to want to watch this one. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Digital Mayors Podcast. I am Dan Nathanson.
Hi, Dan Nathanson. I'm Michael Nathanson.
Well, everything that we are building lives at lovewhereyouLiveFL.com.
Our podcast aims to highlight the stories, people, businesses, organizations, and places that make South Florida a great place to live, work, learn, play, give, and thrive.
Yes, sir. And today is a little bit different.
It is.
We have no guest today.
Yeah, no guest.
And apparently we have run out of interesting people to talk to in South Florida. You think that's what it is?
Well, after all these episodes, maybe someone finally decided that we were interesting enough to interview.
Either that or it's just time. Like we have some special stuff to talk about. So, Michael Nathanson.
Yes.
Welcome to the Digital Mayors Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, long-time listener, first-time guest.
Awesome. Love that.
So Dan Nathanson.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Digital Mayors Podcast.
Oh, thank you. I am a huge fan of the hosts. Very good looking, very charming, very humble guys. Thank you for that.
For sure. So for all you folks at home, there's actually a reason we're doing this. August 23rd marks 20 years since we officially started working together in real estate as the Nathanson Brothers.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Wow. 20 years. That's either a really impressive business partnership or evidence that neither of us knows how to leave, right?
Maybe both.
Maybe both. And since our show is about the people and stories that make South Florida what it is, we realize that we've talked with a lot of other people about their stories, and we've never really shared about ours from beginning to end.
Yeah, so today we're going all the way back to how this started, including one very questionable reaction from Dan when I got my license. Mm-hmm. We're talking about what almost 20 years of working with your brother actually looks like, the mistakes, wins, and ridiculous moments along the way, what South Florida and our businesses have taught us, and where we think the next 20 years will go.
Yeah, and we're going to find out which one of us has been annoying the other one the most since 2006.
Dude, there's no suspense.
There is no suspense there. No. None. So, all right. Imagine the time travel music, the wavy lines. It's now August 23rd, 2006.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, here we go. I like that. Callback. I like that. So I'm sitting in my office at Keller Williams Realty in Central Boca. I have my headset on. I'm making my phone calls to expired listings and unrepresented sellers or for sale by owners. And Michael, you were working as a server at the Cheesecake Factory in Boca.
That I was.
So tell the story from your side first. What possessed you to go get a real estate license without telling me that you were doing that?
Well, here's where it really started, right? Mm-hmm. So I was working at the Cheesecake Factory, having a good time, right? I was making some money, cash every day. I met the love of my life. We're having a good time, but I knew that wasn't going to be it. And I kept waiting for the NBA scouts to show up at the local Sugar Sand and YMCA, but they didn't show up. So, by the way, NBA scouts, you missed out on one hell of a shooter. Yeah. I could still do it. By the way, baby. Give me a 10-day contract.
Whopper Jr.
Shut up. Right, so it was either NBA or I don't know. Like, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and you kept telling me, like, oh, real estate's cool, and I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why or how it came about, but I decided that I was going to go get my license and surprise you with it. So I talked to my wife. I'm like, this is going to be really hard because I don't know if you know, Dan, but we talk every day, right? We see each other all the time. And so I just kind of said, I was super busy working hard, and I went to Gold Coast Real Estate, did my 63 hours in 1 week.
Wow.
It was horrible. Yeah. It was like the worst week ever. The worst week ever. Yeah. But I went. I did my 63 hours, I passed the class, and then kind of how you started with the intro, I told my wife, I'm like, I'm going to go do it. So I walked into the office over on Butts Road, Crystal Corporate Center, I believe is what it was called, right? I walked in, and just as you said, I go by the front desk, walk back to your office, you're on the phone, and I just literally held up my license, and I went, right, you had two desks in your office, there was a bunch of stuff on one, and then there was another one.
Yes.
And I just walked in and I said, what's this shit doing on my desk?
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember, right? Me, I'm like, what? I'm on the phone. What?
Yeah.
I had no.
And then I held up the license and you're like, I'll call you back.
Click.
And that was August 23rd,
2006.
2006. Holy crap.
That's a long time.
We're getting old, dude.
That's very cool. Very cool. So what did you think my reaction was going to be? Did you think I'd be excited? Like, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I knew you'd be excited, right? We've always been very close. We're the very fortunate weird that we've gotten along my entire life, right? We very rarely fought, disagreed. We just kind of got along, and I thought, yeah, it would be kind of cool, right? Get to do this with my brother. I never thought of it before.
Right.
I was never much of a thinker before, right? I was just more of a
just go
get through it.
Go, yeah, do it.
And I just thought it would be really cool.
I love that, right? And again, you walked in. I can still pretty much see it. You walk in, you say, "What's this shit doing on my desk?" And by the way, a very warm family moment, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised Hallmark hasn't called, by the way.
Oh, listen, Hallmark.
Is Hallmark still
if
a
you're
thing?
watching and listening, that could be the new card.
So, what were you actually thinking when you saw it? And then, once the shock wore off, when did you realize you genuinely wanted to work together? And by the way, if you didn't, please don't tell me. I'm very sensitive.
I won't tell you. So it took a while, right? I had no clue what you were talking about because, again, you did this without telling me. It was one of the best surprises ever.
It was tough, bro.
It was.
I drank a lot of Monster energy drinks.
Sure.
I'm not a fan of those energy drinks. I think I had like 3 a day just to get through my days.
Yeah. I was excited because, listen, we'd had the pleasure of working together at Cheesecake Factory up in Chestnut Hill, Mass. For a long time there. We enjoyed being with each other, spending time, joking around, having fun, working, earning money, so helping people. So I think I was like, okay, let's go. Right. I was in.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's what it was. And let me ask you this. Did you have an idea what you were signing up for? Did you have any clue? Like,
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. None.
None.
Right.
I seriously still don't really know what I'm doing.
Same. By the way.
Wait, shit. Should I say that?
Yeah. Right. By the way, do you know how I got into real estate?
Yeah, I do. But tell Dad.
Yeah, my dad and Eric Rosenblum. Hey guys, my former in-laws. We were having breakfast one day, and they said, Dan, you're nice and you're charismatic. You're really outgoing. You'd be really good in real estate. You should get into real estate. And I went, oh, okay. And I was working at Cheesecake Factory, and I went and got my license in Massachusetts, right? Florida, 63 hours.
Yeah.
Massachusetts at the time was only 20 hours of classroom training. Yeah. I did it in a weekend and got my license to be able to help people with their biggest financial investments ever. It was very cool. And so you had no idea what you're getting into, obviously. And what point would you say it went from, oh, Michael's working with Dan to the Nathanson Brothers team working together? Do you have an idea?
I think it's when we got the pens.
The pen? Oh, it could be the pens.
No.
Oh,
the ones we had engraved, bro. It still sits on my desk.
The cross pen that says August 23rd, 2006, the Nathanson Brothers. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was officially it, bro.
We are such nerds.
Yeah.
It's almost like we like each other. I do.
Still on my desk. You still have yours, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever used it.
I don't remember.
We're like, oh, we'll use this to sign contracts.
Yeah, never.
Nobody signs contracts. It's all digital.
Never, not once. So do you remember, because honestly, I don't, do you remember our first transaction once you got your license and we got on the team?
So I've been thinking, I think I do, but I'm not 100% sure. I remember it was either the first or one of the first, and it was still to this day one of the biggest a-holes I've ever worked with.
Me?
No, a different a-hole.
Okay.
His name was Michael. I can't remember his last name. He was buying a house right near the airport in West Palm Beach.
Oh, yes.
Remember how, like,
that little neighborhood that...
It was like one neighborhood that was its own city.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of it.
He was an interesting guy.
He was such a jerk.
Yeah, interesting to say the least.
Such a jerk. And we almost didn't get through it multiple times, and we ended up closing it. Man, I still think I could drive to the house right now.
Same.
But I can't remember his name or the address or the name of the city.
Yeah.
But right by the airport, I'm pretty sure that was the first one.
I like that.
Does that sound?
That sounds about right to me. That sounds about right to me.
Good times. And I'm like, oh, let me keep doing this 20 years later.
Yeah.
And right where we were.
Yeah. We still have some of those clients. Nobody that's currently not.
Yeah. So what do you think? What were we good at immediately?
That's a good question. I would say really because of who we are, right? We are genuinely kind and thoughtful and caring people. I think that we were genuinely good at the hand-holding and the being the lighthouse in the storm.
Yeah.
Right. We've talked about that forever.
That phrase came later, but
It
yes,
did.
but we still did.
But
it.
we talked about it, right? That during the storm, the lighthouse remains constant, right? We talked about the duck on the water. Above the water, we're calm. Below water, we're paddling like hell. Because, again, the clients, the customers, they take the lead from us. If we're freaking out, they're freaking out. So we've been really good at minimizing the freak out and transferring that to our clients. I would say that we
Transferring that to our sleepless nights.
Well,
Yes.
right. Yeah, we've absorbed that. So you asked, what were we good at? What would you say that we were absolutely terrible at?
That's easy.
Yeah.
Being organized at first.
yeah.
Right? I mean, I went from personally working in a freaking restaurant to here's a business.
Right.
Without any training, without anything. And by the way, you didn't really have training either. You'd been doing it longer than I have.
Yeah.
But you didn't know.
No.
And so I think organization, like figuring out how to time block, how to organize our lives, I think was the biggest thing.
Yeah, a big
And
one.
probably still is. But
Listen, it's a challenge forever, I think, for lots of people.
yeah. So when we started, what did you think my role was going to be when we started?
I thought you were just going to get me water and coffee and just do my bidding. Or, no, I don't know. I think figure out how to work together. Honestly, I didn't know. I was just excited to be able to spend more time together and help people together, right? Because in the restaurant business, we were good at that.
Yeah.
You know, we were able to support each other's tables. And, you know, or when I was bartending, I listened to all our previous managers and all of our coworkers. I did not get my brother's drinks out of the service well faster than everybody else's. But I did, right? We take care of each other.
Of course.
You know, I think we were good at that.
Yeah. So we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. So we also need to explain, I would say, something about that era because I sounded like I was from Boston. Because some of the best conversations were not happening in conference rooms, right?
No.
A lot of that happened after your Cheesecake Factory shifts.
Yep. Very productive business development.
There were a lot of yes, you know, talking, laughing, playing pool at Gatsby's,
or whatever you call it.
whatever it's called, shooting hoops, that kind of thing. What do you remember about that version of us back then?
Man, it's tough. I mean, we're getting old, dude.
Yeah.
It's cool, but you know, I remember just not knowing a lot and kind of wondering what was going to happen, how you go from, you know, selling a couple places to selling more places, and how you handle that, what it looks like, what it means to make actual real money, and that's
Right, to being an adult.
yeah, just being not knowing, I think, is what I remember most.
Yes, it's a scary thing, I think, right?
So what would 2006 Dan think about us sitting here doing a podcast together 20 years later?
Wow, what would 2006 Dan think? That is a very good question. I don't know that 2006 Dan could have imagined us doing something like this, right? Because we weren't raised community involvement activists, right? You know, we played sports, we did stuff, but we weren't involved in the community, I don't think. So that part of it is really weird. The fact that the mission of our podcast is, right, to show why South Florida is a great place to live, work, play, learn, give, thrive. I mean, that's pretty cool to me that has been learned and developed over time. Yeah, I wouldn't have believed that was going to be a thing. Yeah. So 2006 Michael, what would 2006 Michael think?
Well, first, were podcasts a thing in 2006?
I don't think they were.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I literally, by the way, you know how great I am with technology.
Yeah.
I literally learned like this year how to listen to a podcast. I'm so sorry.
Been doing podcasts for
I'm
a
like,
few
oh
years
wait,
now.
there's just an app on the phone? I thought it was like So
So proud.
wowza. So sorry,
cool.
man. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have imagined. Again, I went in clueless. My brother said it was cool, so I did it. I didn't think about what it entails, or so it's your fault.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And you're welcome.
yeah. And what would you think that one thing about each of us that hasn't changed at all?
Oh, something that hasn't changed about us at all. So I don't know that I'm going to say one thing. I would say, though, it's mostly character related. I would say it's who we are, that we have integrity, that we are kind, that we are thoughtful, giving. That has been through and through, right? We care, we do the right thing. Listen, we do things the right way. When things go wrong, we do the right thing. We only just kind of put that into words within the past couple of years. However, we've always behaved that way.
Yeah.
And I
I
think,
think it's more focused now,
Correct.
right? We did it with a casting a wide net, not
Correct.
really knowing, and then
yeah, right. And then being more focused. But I think that our genuine care for doing the right thing for people has always shown through. That has never been a question, right? We've never intentionally done
thinking
something
that.
malicious or wrong, right?
get
Never.
out of my head.
Nah,
Like, right, we talk about this. I'm sure there's people out there that don't like us or think that we've done something bad.
Sure.
I will sit here and honestly say that I haven't intentionally
Never.
upset someone,
No.
done something wrong, and I can sleep at night knowing that.
Never, not once.
For sure.
Yeah, that's just not who we are.
Yeah, it's not who we be.
That who we be with. Yeah, that's not it. So we ask almost every guest this. So I think we have to ask it and answer it ourselves. First job, best lesson.
I don't even know what that means, first job.
I don't know.
So, what was your first paying job, Danny?
My first paying job.
I know the answer, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
I was a paper boy. In Massachusetts, I delivered the Patriot Ledger and the Boston Globe. That was my first paying job.
Yeah. So, what lesson did you learn from that? That still shows up in today's
Right?
life.
So it's a couple of lessons. I would say it's resilience. It's you have to just get through it, and when you get beaten, whatever it is, you just keep pushing forward. I remember this, one of my favorite lines from a book I've read. Og Mandino is the author. The book is The Greatest Salesman in the World. And scroll number 4 says, "I will persist until I succeed." And so again, the persistence, the resilience, doing the right thing, just being kind and following through and doing the right thing. I mean, that's what I would say my best lesson is just keep going, keep doing the right thing, and you will reap the benefits of that.
Yeah, awesome.
And so now for you, same question. First paying job?
So, I'm going to tell you what my first paying job was. However, I'm going to give my second job where I got my lesson.
Okay.
So, my first paying job was at the baseball card store.
Right.
And honestly, best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
I wish I could still do it and earn a living.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely awesome. But 100% honest, I was like in high school early. It might have even started in middle school.
Maybe.
And I screwed around, man. I like.
Well, you looked at baseball cards and you talked
Yeah,
with Phil Rosinski.
I didn't. Yeah, there were no lessons there. I'll tell you, my second paying job was at Friendly's in Cobb's Corner in Canton, Massachusetts. And or was it Stoughton? I forget because it's all Sharon, Stoughton, Canton. It might have been Stoughton.
That was the Stoughton side.
It was on that side, yeah.
And
So-
I worked there before you.
In Stoughton. And the best lesson I learned from that was doing a lot of different things quickly at one time.
Yes.
Right? We've both worked in the restaurant business for a long time, and I think Friendly's was the perfect place to start because that job was so hard.
So
We didn't
you
have
to do
bussers.
everything.
We had to make our own ice creams. Friendly's, for those of you who know what Friendly's is, they have all sorts of different ice creams and stuff. And so we had to wait on tables, and we had like 10 table sections. So you had to clear all your own tables, clean them, set them, go make all your desserts, milkshakes, sundaes. It was so hard.
Fill drinks, make salads.
Run your own food.
Yes.
It was really hard. So I think it was an awesome job because it taught me, first off, hard work doesn't hurt. You'll be okay.
Correct.
Right? And it really taught me to do so many different things, be able to, compartmentalize, get it in my head and be able to figure it out and make people happy. And it turns out I was pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Both of us were very successful in the restaurant industry as servers, bartenders, that kind of thing, and then ultimately managers too.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. So, next question is like, which one of us had the worst first job? To you, because I had the best first job ever.
Yeah. You had the best first job ever. You were indoors doing something you
Yeah.
absolutely loved.
Dummy.
Yeah. And how I got the paper route, I don't even remember how I started, but it was terrible. I used to literally get on my bicycle and put a stack of newspapers in the rack in the back and ride my bicycle in Massachusetts
Yeah.
in the winter.
Yeah. So dumb.
Summer was terrible because it was hot and humid. Winter was terrible because it was snowy and slushy and icy. And those times where my bike tipped over and all of the papers went, skidding across the street. Oh,
Listen, the people need to know the Sox won. They didn't have
that's right.
they didn't have
ESPN.
apps on their
Yeah,
phone
no
back then.
ESPN. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that was not a thing back then.
Yeah.
That was not a thing.
Yeah. So 20 years is a long time to work with anyone, especially your brother, right? Why do you think this actually worked?
I think it actually worked for a couple of reasons. I think it worked because, number one, we genuinely like, love, appreciate, respect each other. Even that little wink. Hopefully, Eric, you can note that my brother winked at me when I made that comment. But the fact that we genuinely care about each other, I think, is a big factor. And the fact, like I said, the character thing is that we have integrity. We do what we say we're going to do. We say what we mean what we say. We've never intentionally been malicious and done wrong or hurt anyone. We work with other people's best interests in mind. We have the resilience and the persistence to keep going. I think that's why it worked. What do you think that we understood about each other that maybe other business partners don't?
I think you hit it, is that we know with each other that we have the best of intentions. We know that we're never going to intentionally hurt others, ourselves,
Yeah,
clients.
and then we have each other's back.
Right? And then we got each other, right? Was there ever a point when you seriously thought, I don't know if we should keep working together?
I don't think I've ever had that thought. I've had the thought about 1,000 times a day, hey, maybe we should do something together, something different.
Yeah.
Right? Because being a small business owner is a big challenge.
I love all the memes online because they're all true.
They're all true.
I was watching one yesterday. It said something about being a business owner and what life is like, and the guy's laying face down on stairs, crying, and then he picks up his phone, opens it, and there's a list of stuff he has to do. Fire John, and then goes back down to crying. I'm like, yeah, like that's it.
about what it is.
Yeah, it's
being a small business owner is very difficult. And the past couple of years, the economy has not been helping that, right? I mean,
you noticed that too?
I've noticed, right? So
I thought I was the only one.
Almost every small business owner that we know has been having challenges the past couple
The ones
of years.
that are still in the business.
Correct.
Still in business, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
It's been tough, man.
It's been a
We're
challenge.
going to make it.
So let me ask you this. What was there a time for you where you thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't do this? And if there was, what do you think kept us together?
I honestly don't think so. I think I've been all about it. I think some of the things that we've done, which I'm sure we'll talk about, things that we've changed, I think have all been good. I think if we didn't change it, I don't think it would have ended us. I just think that it was stuff that had changed that made it better.
I think so. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago, this started with two brothers, one very unexpected real estate license. And today we still get to help people buy, sell, rent, finance, and invest in homes. And we do not take that trust lightly. If we've helped you somewhere along the way and we've been part of that journey for you, thank you. We are truly grateful for that opportunity. And if you know someone that could use the same kind of care, the same kind of advice, the same kind of trustworthiness, the best compliment you can give us is an introduction.
Yeah.
We would, again, just take the absolute best care and be incredibly grateful. And
where can you find us?
You can find us at lovewhereyoulive.fl.com.
Yeah.
That's where we exist.
Absolutely. All right. So now we're going to jump through 20 years.
Oof. All right. 20 years.
No spreadsheets.
No spreadsheets. No annual reports.
Yeah.
No.
Thank God.
So I will give you...
Why do you start? All right, fine.
I'm the older one. I will give you a word or a period in our history, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Ugh.
You ready?
No.
Okay.
But yes.
Okay, so first thing, housing crash.
No. Easy. So I guess I've gone through two. The first one, it had already started when I got in the
Yeah,
business.
that's like right. Yeah.
So my first couple of years in the business, the market was terrible.
Yeah.
Like everything was just going down, 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 down. The funny part is when it actually turned, I'm like, oh. Prices go up? Like every deal that I negotiated was down.
Yeah.
Whether I had a listing or a buyer, every negotiation was negotiating down.
Yeah.
So I thought, in all honesty, I got in the business at the perfect time because what happens in real estate is when things are good,
Everybody
gets a license. Oh my God, this is so easy. We're making tons of money.
Yeah.
The second it gets hard, they all quit.
Yes.
So I came in when it was hard.
Yes.
So I actually had to learn the business. And I don't know if this is anywhere we're going to talk about, but I'll say it right now is, do you remember basically the first thing you had me do when I started?
What? What was it?
You gave me a copy of a contract.
Oh, yeah.
You said, read this. And then when you're done reading it, read it again, and then read it 10 more times. And then that thing that everybody makes fun of that they think is stupid, you had me do, which is basically read it out loud quickly. And although we're not attorneys, we're not allowed to
Practice law.
practice law and say what things mean on a contract. It's nice to understand what's on it, because how many times have you been in a transaction, the other agent has no clue what is on that contract?
All the time.
Special assessments by a public body.
Yeah.
They put that and they think
They have no clue.
they think it has to do with the association, right? I read the contract. I understand it. So that's, I mean, that's a long story for housing crash, but all right, my turn. Ready?
Okay.
The hardest transaction you still remember?
Ooh, hardest transaction I remember. I will go, how about, I mean, it was a very difficult transaction, and I would say meaningful. Mr. Levine,
Yeah.
right? This was a gentleman that he physically resembled our dad's dad, our grandfather, a little bit. And you remember the two of us went to talk to him together. He wanted to
Cascade
sell his
Lakes?
property. Boynton
think it was
Beach,
Cascade Lakes.
right off. Yeah, I think that's what it
Hagen
is.
Ranch and Jog?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
Mr. Levine, again, sort of physically resembled our grandfather, nice older gentleman. And again, this is right when the market went completely south. His son, if I remember correctly, was an attorney in California, so he knew
So he
everything
knows
about real estate in Florida.
Obviously.
And we told Mr. Levine, we said, Mr. Levine, if we price, if we put your property on the market at $325,000, we're very confident that we'll be able to get an offer in the next 30 days. His son insisted 375. And we said, listen, that's not the right price for it. I mean, we did our best to make a case. And Mr. Levine said, listen, my son, I trust him. And because he reminded us of our grandfather, we decided to move forward anyway, because normally when someone wants to price significantly above the market, we're not in a position to do that, because, we say we'd rather let you down now than turn you down later, right? Because there's obviously an expectation or a goal that they have that we can't meet.
We have the same goal.
Right. That the goal is to get their property sold. But because of that resemblance to our grandfather, we moved forward anyway. And over the next 18 months, it took 18 months to sell Mr. Levine's property.
What do we sell for?
But it was price reduction, price reduction, price reduction. We chased the market down. He would not make an adjustment. His son would not allow him to make an adjustment to catch the market. 18 months later, we sold for $180,000.
Yep.
$180,000, and it was just heartbreaking to call him every single week and tell him, Mr. Levine, nothing. 18 months. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the other side. Big win. Can you think of a big
Well, I
win?
mean, the first one I think we talked about was, I would say it was the first closing. I mean, especially it was such a difficult one with such a not nice human on the other side.
Yeah.
It was really cool
Listen, just to get through
to
it.
close those, and you get a check at the end. Like, wow, that was cool.
Right.
So I'd say that was really it. So when was the first time you thought, man, we might be good at this?
That's a good question. I can't remember who specifically, but I do remember getting a referral from a past client. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on who it was, but I remember someone that we had helped thought enough of what we did and how we operated that they connected us with somebody that they knew. And I just was like, oh my God, that's so cool. That was so affirming.
Yeah.
I think that was when I went, okay, I think we might be doing the right thing. All right. So tell me this, what comes to mind? Mortgage.
Well, I think that's great. Are you okay if I tell the story of how you
Tell the story.
got your mortgage license? So for the people at home, right, we were in real estate together, and we're very big on customer service, processes, systems, and we had a couple of lenders that we really liked. We just felt like we needed more. And with what we like to offer our clients, we really just sat there, and one day we're like, one of us should get our mortgage license.
Right.
It was really scary. And how did we do it?
Yeah.
We
Coin toss.
literally flipped a coin.
Yeah.
Heads, you become a lender. Tails, I become a lender.
Yeah.
You won.
I lost.
No, you won.
I lost.
You got your mortgage license, and I took over the real estate team. And that was, gosh, is that 9 years ago now?
I officially started January 1st, 2018.
18. So what year is this? So
26.
so
Yeah,
eight.
we're getting there.
Almost 9 years
Yeah,
ago.
we're getting
Holy crap!
It's that's really pretty cool.
Yeah. So right, it's the way that the team was structured before. Is you were the team lead. You took all the listings. I was the buyer's agent. Right. And I know that we have talked off air about this before. I think that, and again, this is not negative and not bad towards you at all. I think you getting your mortgage license was the best thing that had happened to us in our business.
Yeah, especially to you.
Because you were always my crutch.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because my big bro always took care of me.
Right.
I didn't not that I didn't do anything. I didn't handle any controversy.
You weren't forced to be put. You weren't pushed.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was very good as a buyer's agent. I loved it.
Yeah, very.
And I was very good at it.
Very.
And then you're leaving. I'm like, oh crap. So now I'm running the team. I take all the listings, and we brought on buyer's agent.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it really helped because it turns out I'm pretty good at this, right? Not that you weren't, right? Don't get me wrong, but I'm pretty good at this. And when I was able to focus on being a team lead, focus on going out and getting those listings, focus on growing this business, our business
it increased.
blew up, right? And it was really weird. But it was cool.
Yeah, but listen, but not just that. You were the driving force behind all of the growth in the real estate business, because I've always been just kind of too complacent, maybe, like I'm good. I don't need to push. You push.
I think the word, is complacent.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a bad thing.
No.
It's just a thing.
Yeah, it's just that's what it was.
Yeah.
And you coming in and pushing, not in a negative way, like, hey, let's do more, let's be better, let's help more people. That has been awesome, because as you like to share, since you joined the team, business has gone up every single year.
I do like
Thank
to
you,
share
Michael
that.
Nathanson. Yeah.
Hey.
Yes,
Hey, we both reap it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Right?
Of
All
course.
right, ready? Next one.
Okay.
Pavers.
Pavers. Oh, I love pavers. Pavers. So the thing that comes to mind with that is, I mean, listen, number one, Wilson, one of the best guys ever.
Wilson.
Who was our lead paver tech. Right. You wanted to have your driveway done and your pool deck done. We called Josh Kugler, our buddy. He connected us with Wilson. Wilson did an amazing job. I got a little jealous, 7 houses away. I wanted my driveway and my pool deck done. Wilson came over and did an amazing job. And great guy, not really a businessman.
Right.
Right. More of an artisan, more of a worker, and incredible worker. And so we had a conversation and said, hey, listen, more people need your work. How about we partner? We'll help bring in the business. We'll help run the numbers, do that kind of thing. You do the work. You get paid. You go home. You don't have to worry about the rest of that headache. And we did it. We've done well. We've helped a lot of people. We've helped some kind of cool people. I mean, listen, everybody's cool, but we've done some really cool projects.
Yeah.
And it's just helped expand our lives and our business. I like that a lot.
For sure.
All right, so pavers. Let's kind of tack onto that. Home Dudes.
Yeah. So Home Dudes is our baby that we're growing as well, right? This came about. Our good friend that you just talked about, Josh Kugler, has an amazing company called On the Wall. Mm-hmm. He was our handyman company for a long time. And we referred so much business to him. He was able to buy a house. Like, it was really cool. Obviously, not just our referrals, but he came to us a couple of years ago and said, guys, my love is really home security, home automation. Mm-hmm. What would you think about acquiring
the handyman
part?
Yeah.
And we went, yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Knowing nothing about it.
Right.
Let's do it. And so we started it. Gosh, it's been probably about 2.5 years now. Mm-hmm. Time flies, man.
So fast.
So about 2.5 years now. And there's been a lot of growing pains, a lot of learning, a lot of that. And it's been really cool. And from that, we've grown to where we're now general contractors, right? My amazing
certified
wife
general contractor.
got her GC.
Love
so
that.
now we're able to help more people. And
yeah.
I love it.
Help more projects, bigger projects. That is definitely cool. All right, so tell me what comes to mind when you hear food, family, and philanthropy.
Yeah, so that's it's my baby. It's it's I'll tell how it started.
Yeah,
so
please.
I got this really weird call one day from some lady who said, "Hey, you want to come on my podcast?" And I thought it was spam. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I called back and I'm like, "Sure, let's do it." And I went on her podcast, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I felt like I did a really good job. I loved it.
Who is that lady?
Janine.
Yeah, Janine's the best.
My girl Janine. And probably 6 months later, I called her and I said, I think I want to do a podcast. I don't know what it's about or anything. And I think I want to do one though. I said, it was fun and I want to do it. And I sat and brainstormed. I'm like, okay, what are my favorite things? Food, obviously. Mm-hmm. Family, most of the time.
Right.
Philanthropy. I love giving back. And then sports. Just doesn't fit in the name. So that's what it started about. And then it was late 2024. I'd had a guest on from a nonprofit, and it was one that I hadn't really heard of. And I started thinking, man, if I haven't heard of this before, my listeners probably haven't heard. So I decided at that point to dedicate my podcast to nonprofits. So since the end of 2024, I have dedicated food, family, and philanthropy to nonprofits. And I've been bringing on all sorts of local nonprofit leaders, presidents, CEOs, whatever it may be, to highlight their nonprofits because I want them to get more eyes and ears and hopefully volunteers and money. And I've had some amazing people on there,
cool.
like really, really cool people. And I love it. And so I've been able to do that. And right now I'm booked through, I think, November. And it's really, really selfishly cool. And I call it my passion project, right? It's not a gimmick. You don't pay me to come on. I pay for it.
We pay.
And it's awesome. So now Digital Mayors.
Never heard of it. So Digital Mayors, that came about. So do you know this guy, Ben Castro?
I do.
He runs Podcast Junkies in Boca Raton.
So handsome.
Super handsome guy. So Ben, right, we really hit it off. We met at the School of Rock. Ben also, in addition to running this amazing podcast studio, is a professional drummer, used to teach at the School of Rock in Boca Raton, and he was my stage presence coach for Battle of the Bands for the Golden Bell Education Foundation a few years ago. And we really hit it off. And right, he met you too, and he said, boy, you guys are cool. You should do a podcast together. Let's do a podcast. And we're like, okay.
All right, then.
All right, let's do it. And when we talked about what do we want to talk about, right, we're nerds. We love where we live, right? Our website, right? Our website is lovewhereyouLiveFL.com. And we thought we want to learn more cool places, talk to more cool people, learn more stuff about what makes South Florida such an awesome place, and let's share that. And that's where Digital Mayors podcast came from.
Yeah, we've had some really interesting, cool politicians, business owners, friends. It's been really cool.
Yeah, it's been really nice. All right, so what comes to your mind when I say community?
I mean, it's so important to us, to me, my family, to you. It's what we do. We always try and help people, right? So we started getting involved with the community many years ago, right? Doing things at like Boca Helping Hands, helping pack boxes for food for people, or the HAB Center, or
this YMCA. Are you familiar with YMCA?
YMCA. So, I mean, listen, my journey at the YMCA started 13 years ago. Mikey, my baby boy, who
5 years old,
just brought to college, University of Florida.
Chomp, chomp.
Yeah, it started then. He was about 5. We were looking for a place for him to learn how to swim. So YMCA, it turned out, was like right near us. I didn't even know it was there. We went, and we had Mr. James on here before, so we kind of told the story. So I won't go fully into it, but basically, Mr. James, who works there, he took my son under his wing and helped him become the man that he is today. He helped him work out the social things and communication. And I always say it like this, like when there were hundreds of kids there, and I felt like my son was the only one there.
Right.
And because of that, I got involved at the YMCA. Yeah. We got involved at the YMCA, and I got very passionate about it, helping children. And I don't know if I've told the story before on air, but I went because I wanted to be a board member. I figured I can do more. And I went, and I had an interview. And the gentleman who interviewed me, again, I'm not going to talk trash, I'm not going to say names. He looked me in my face and said, "You're not influential enough to be on my board."
Right.
And it broke my heart.
I remember that.
Broke my heart. And
I wanted to fight him.
I almost didn't go back.
Yeah,
and I decided I would go back. And I got to tell you, when he left the YMCA, I think before he was out of the parking lot, I was called, "Hey, we need you here." And lucky enough, I was able to join the board in 2020. And as of January 1st of this year,
what happened?
I'm the chairman of the board.
Yeah, you are. My brother's chairman of the board of the YMCA, the Peter Blum Family YMCA in Boca Raton.
And I think that's awesome. More importantly than that is I get to coach basketball. I've been coaching there since Jacob is 5 years old.
Right.
4 seasons a year.
Amazing.
A lot of time, a lot of effort.
Kids, a lot of families.
So I've been coaching Jacob. He's 13 now. So for 8+ years, 4 seasons a year. I haven't taken any seasons off.
Not one.
Sorry, honey.
Me, honey, or your wife, honey?
Both.
Okay.
And about 3 years ago, I was there, and one of the coaches for the girls' team didn't show up, and they asked me to just fill in, and I did, and I fell in love.
And wait a second.
Wow.
You fell in love with coaching.
Coaching.
Thank you. Be very clear.
And So I started coaching the girls about 3 years ago, and now 4 seasons a year.
Yeah.
I don't have a daughter, by the way.
Yeah.
I just love it. And the best thing, listen, we had our last game of the season this past Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
3 different parents of girls on my team came up to me, and they were new to the YMCA basketball league, and they said, my girls learned more in this season than they have it their entire lives anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And that's what it's about. And it's about that kid who hits his first shot or they get their first win. And some people don't like how I coach because I'm very passionate.
Right.
These kids are there. Listen, I know this is not the NBA. I know. But if we're going to be there, why not do it right? Why not do it with passion? Why not fight? Try to win that championship, grow as a person, grow as a team. So I take it very seriously, and I demand a lot of these kids, even though it's rec basketball at the Y.
Mm-hmm.
I demand respect. I demand fun, and that's what it is. So
I love that.
yeah. And then my brother, he's on the board for the Boca School for Autism.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Thank you.
I think it is
Appreciate
so cool. It's so important. Something that a lot of people struggle with, don't know how to.
Yeah. Listen,
What to do?
Can I brag a little bit?
Sure.
I'm proud of myself in addition to my 1,000+ days of Duolingo. Right. So I've been speaking conversational Spanish and Portuguese for, oh my God, 40 years now almost. And yesterday at the Boca School for Autism, I got to talk to a mom of a boy with autism that she really only speaks Spanish. And the school doesn't really speak Spanish, the admin at the school. So I got to translate and help her navigate what the next steps are, what she needs to do to get the funding that they need to be able to pay tuition so that her son can go to the school that he really needs to go to instead of the public school where he was not getting the attention and the care that he needed.
Yeah.
So I just want to brag on myself about that a little bit. That was very cool. I was anxious going into it, and at the end, she gave me a big hug. We have steps, and her son is going to be in a great place.
Yeah.
But the community, right? We get involved. The Boca Regional Chamber. I mean, think of all the amazing people we've met there and the things that we've been able to do.
Golden Bell Education Fund,
Right.
Battle of the Bands.
Everything.
I mean,
Leadership Boca, like so much.
studio at Meisner.
Correct. All the things that we get to learn what makes the Digital Mayors podcast what it is, right? The cool things, people that make South Florida an amazing place.
Yeah.
So social media loves the wins, right? And 20 years gives you a pretty healthy collection of things, though, that didn't go according to plan.
So what's one business decision we made that you'd never make again?
Oh, that's a good one. I would say part of it is a trap that probably most business people, I would say especially real estate, are victims of shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
That, hey, if I buy this one tool, if I use this one software, if I do this one thing, then everything will be better and easier. I think that finding those kind of things, the trinket that you can pay for that's going to solve everything, I think that is a mistake that we've made a few times in the past and that we won't make again. We are much more thoughtful and deliberate about where we spend our time and where we spend our money because of how it helps our customers, is what I
Well,
would say.
speaking of that, by the way, what's the dumbest thing we ever spent money on?
Oof. Dumbest thing we ever spent money. Is it bad? Not a single thing comes to mind, but I know we've
got
spent
one.
some dumb things. Tell me.
We spent an exorbitant amount of money to build our business credit
Oh, shit.
and never
Never did.
finished
anything
and followed through, and the money's just gone.
with it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's
I
a
would
way
say
with
that's the
silver
biggest
side.
one.
Yeah, we could probably still pick that up at some point. But yeah, we need to. Yeah, that was not a smart one.
Yeah.
So what's something you told me was a bad idea that I did anyway, and you would say you were completely right?
Well, I mean, I have a list.
I know, right? Keep it maybe top 40 or under.
Yeah. Can I be honest? I think we discuss everything. I don't think you really go and do stuff without talking to me.
Yeah.
And I can't really think of anything, to be honest with you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's overall we're pretty straightforward. We talk to each other, we share, and we communicate well. I think we're good on that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, here's one that you probably don't have one for, but what's one time that I was completely wrong and you were right?
You're my baby brother. When were you completely wrong?
Exactly.
The guy's the best. Now, I can't think of anything particular that you were. Oh, you ready?
No. Go.
DTM. Do you want me to say the name? I'm not going to say his name.
I'll say it.
We
I know,
don't
he was a cop or a firefighter.
He was something. We're not going to say the man's name, but my
was
brother,
dumb.
he was new in the business. My brother set an appointment with somebody over the phone.
I was making my calls.
He was doing the thing that he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And what happened with him?
Set an appointment.
And
he canceled it.
canceled. And so he went on the DTM list, the dead to me list.
Yeah.
And fortunately, after about 70 years later, you finally figured out how to let things go.
Yeah.
Maybe not that
Listen,
long, but you're
I've
much
grown.
better.
We were talking about this last night.
Yep.
I've grown. Listen, I mean, we all grow as we go, but I don't hold grudges anymore. It's a waste of time and energy.
Yeah.
There's no need.
Mm-hmm.
What did we learn the hard way about hiring people?
Oh, what did we learn the hard way? Hire slowly, fire quickly.
Yeah.
That is
I think that's a lot of people's problem.
that is
We don't want to hurt people's feelings.
no, correct, right? That's part of the
Yeah,
challenge.
I mean, it's
People
only
think-
hurting us and our family and our
Correct.
pockets and our bank accounts. But you know,
Correct.
you keep coming in and
Yes,
smoking all day and
yes,
taking 3-hour lunches.
yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody in particular in mind. Sadly, that you just talked about a few people. However, hire slowly, fire quickly is something that we learned. And I think that we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
We got burned about it. How about regarding delegating?
Yeah, we used to be terrible at it, especially you.
Yes.
Especially you. I mean, you're still,
I'm still terrible.
You still
I'm
have a ways to
significantly
go?
better.
I think I got it before you did.
Yes.
I've learned, like, look, we're paying people on our team to do stuff. Have them do it. Put the trust in them. You really telling me that someone can't put a social media post better than me?
Right.
Of course they can. I'm terrible at it.
Correct.
Right? So I think we learned a long time ago.
I think that what we do now is I think that we move on from here, and I'm ready. You ready to go to a segment that we do with everybody?
Yes.
I think it's time for us to go to. You ready?
The Book of
Awesome.
Wicked.
Wicked awesome.
I thought we changed it to Wicked Awesome.
It is Wicked Awesome. We're from Boston. It's from Wicked Awesome. So I think each of us needs to do it. However, I'm going to ask you to flip to the page,
Yes, sir.
read the headline.
Yes,
and
sir.
we'll figure it out from there.
Book of Awesome.
Both of us. Book of Wicked Awesome, I believe. That's what it's called. Just saying. Uh-oh.
This could go a wrong way. I'm not gonna read this one.
Thank you.
Man, these are some bad ones. I'm getting all the bad ones. I'm sorry. Dude, I'm getting some really bad ones. Wow.
It's the book of not so awesome at the moment.
Yeah, all right, this one's fine.
Okay.
The moment at a concert after the lights go out and before the band comes on stage.
Oh,
I mean, right? I mean, we've been to so many
bunch
concerts.
of concerts.
Growing up, to all you children at home, you used to have to go get tickets in person.
Physically.
Usually, they were at the little mom and pop movie rental store. So movie rentals, they used to come on like VHSs and what do they call them? DVDs and all that stuff. So you used to actually have to go to rent them before Netflix. And that's where you would get your concert tickets. And I had a good buddy who worked there, and he illegally printed my tickets out first. And so I've seen so many concerts, and just that feeling. Live music is just, it's like, what do they say? Chicken soup for the soul.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's just so, that feeling right before they come out, just, oh.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then the drummer hits that, right, whatever it is. By that specifically, did you see Ben's face light up when I said drummer?
Speaking of which.
Yes. Oh, my turn?
Go get him, Tiger.
My turn? Okay, let me see if I pull something out here. Oh my God, watching Price is Right when you're homesick. Come on. I immediately flashed on this. So I remember one time that I was sick. Our father at one point was a photographer, and he was a professional photographer, and he used to be the guy that would take your family photos at Sears or, whatever department store, and he traveled the Northeast going and taking pictures. And there was one time that I was sick, and he was actually coming home from somewhere. I don't remember, New Hampshire or something like that. And he brought me a couple of magazines that I don't know why, but it was just like, I remember I was home. I was watching The Price is Right, literally. Come on down, and it was like a Hot Rod magazine and a Motor Trend magazine, and I don't remember feeling more loved. Isn't that dumb?
Yeah.
But that, to me, still 1,000 years later, I love that.
That's cool.
That was awesome. Thank you for that. That
Absolutely.
was a good.
By the way,
awesome
what's your go-to show now?
when I'm sick?
Yeah, I got two. I just want to know what yours are.
What are you going to say? Below Deck? Is that your
Below Deck is number one, 100%.
It's terrible.
Remember when we went to Disney?
Yes.
It was me, you, Lydia,
Yeah.
and it was both kids. Both kids were born at that point. And like on the way to Disney, I got so sick. I had a fever like crazy Of course, my wife was mad at me because I did it on purpose.
You're a jerk.
And
Selfish.
and you guys ended up going to Disney, and I stayed in the room. I drank like 12 bottles of water,
Yes.
and I watched Below Deck
Yeah.
all day long.
Yes.
So it's that or Parking Wars.
Parking Wars. Yeah. Those are both.
Quality television.
Yes. And by the way, just so you know, my experience with your wife and kids, that trip was not
Magical
wonderful either.
Oh, it rained.
Because it poured.
Yeah, it didn't pour inside the room.
No. You drank water. We got soaked with water.
Sorry.
I blame you.
I won't do it again on purpose. I'll try.
I'm mad at you.
All right. So one funny thing about spending 20 years in real estate is how often somebody calls after closing and asks, hey, do you know somebody who can fix this? Eventually, we decided we should have a better answer. That's part of what led us to Home Dudes Florida. We help South Florida homeowners repair, maintain, and improve their homes. And our philosophy is simple. We do things the right way, and when things go wrong, we do the right
We
thing.
do the right thing.
Home Dudes Florida. We're a handyman and Florida certified general contractor. You can find us at lovewhereyouLiveFL.com.
Love that. Okay, so now you ready to get a little dangerous?
Yeah, finally.
All right, let's get dangerous. Okay, so 20 years of working with your brother.
Eesh.
I'm a little bit anxious to ask this question,
Yeah.
even though I probably know the answer. What do I do at work that annoys you more than anything?
I got to be
Well,
honest.
Be reasonable, please.
All right. You asked.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you do to... You know what? I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Sometimes you get a little short with me.
Hey, listen, quit talking to me. Yeah, I get that. Sorry.
It's not intentional, bad, or anything, but it like throws me off.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I get that.
same question. I don't know if I want to hear this. What do I do that drives you crazy? Or sorry, maybe say what I don't do that drives you crazy. That'd probably be a shorter list.
I would say, honestly, very similar. For me, it's if I have something that I want to express, if I have something that I want to say, and you know what I'm going to say, and
then I just cut you off.
and you just cut me off.
Sorry.
Yes. Yes, Ben, he did just do that.
I knew what he was going to say.
Yeah, he knew. But no, but like
It's
that's
not
it.
intentional,
I,
so you know.
I know that, and I don't think it's malicious. It's just one of those things that sometimes I just let me get it out, and then I'm better.
Should we fight?
You want to fight? What, you want to fight about it? And can I tell you what I thought you were going to say? I thought you were going to say, do you remember, again, this was a long time ago. We used to go on all of our appointments together, especially the listing
I know what you're
appointments
gonna
and all
say.
that.
It just came into my head.
Kicking me under the table
Kicking
because
my
I
brain under
talk
the
too
table.
much?
So the client says yes, and then Dan talks for another hour. I'm kicking him under the table like, dude, they said yes.
Let's go.
I want to go home.
Sign the paperwork. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I thought you were
Thank
going
you.
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
Yeah, thank you.
I knew it right as you started saying it. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, so what would you say that I'm better at than you are?
This is a very tough one. Technology. It's like my mortal enemy. You get it, understand it. Definitely not basketball. Efren,
No, not basketball. You can't shoot.
you can't shoot.
I can't shoot.
What am I better at than you?
I will say one of the things that you are significantly better at is being brave and taking action. I am so grateful for that because otherwise I would still be 1,000 years ago being okay. And by the way, I think part of it's Lydia,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Because I think Lydia pushes us
literally and
metaphorically and metaphorically. But I think that, yeah, you are so much more brave and much more action oriented than I am. I'm much more, let's just take care of it and massage it and be good. When the reality is that we can be good at a better level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think I'm better at than I realize?
Honestly, everything. You don't give yourself enough credit. You're too down on yourself. I almost said the F word. I could say it, but
You could.
you're freaking great, bro.
Thank you.
At so much stuff, and you need to give yourself more credit.
Thank you.
What do you think I underestimate about myself?
Same kind of thing. Your knowledge, your understanding, your care, you're great at pretty much the entire business, the entire process. I think that you have such an understanding, and most of it just comes from your care of doing the right thing for our clients.
Thank you.
I think that you're really good at that. Okay, so professionally, when have you been proudest of me professionally?
I think it's when you went and got your mortgage license. I mean, there's a lot of things, but that's scary, right? You weren't young when you went,
You're not young.
and it's hard to start something over, and you took it, and you did it, and you're really good, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really cool.
When have you been proudest of me?
Boy, it's all the time. Listen, you're my baby
shut up.
brother. Listen, for real. I hate to be such a nerd and such a dork about it, but he's my baby brother. He's 8 years younger than I am. I'm just so proud. You're not my child. However, we sometimes have that relationship because I'm so
Some
much
people
older
think
than you.
I am.
Yeah, you could be. But really, just overall, I'm just proud of you in general, just who you are, who you show up as in the community, who you show up as for your family, for the world. Yeah, you're a pretty good dude. I would say that's pretty cool.
Thank you.
I don't want your head to completely blow up here. So let me ask you, what have you learned from me?
That's a good question. I think I've learned from you. I mean, a million things. Does a start shift S one of them?
Maybe. That might be it.
But that's not the biggest one. No. What have I learned from you? I mean, how to conduct myself, right? I tend to be a little bit more immature, and I think that you've taught me more how to be a businessman, how to conduct myself, how to have composure, posture, and all that. I think.
I appreciate that.
Plus a million other things, by the way.
Right. Same, by the way. Mm-hmm.
What have you taught me that you don't think I would have learned on my own?
What have I taught you that I don't think you would have learned on your own? I don't know that there's anything that I've taught you that you wouldn't have learned on your own. I'll tell you one of the coolest things for me, and I don't remember who I was talking to about this recently. I was talking to somebody recently that still, every once in a while, I'll hear you on the phone or I'll hear you talking with someone, and I literally hear the words that I said come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Word for word, something I said comes out of your mouth, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's kind of neat. What would you say is something that you wish we had figured out about each other 10 years earlier?
I think we figured it, dude. We get along so well. I don't have anything. I think that we figured it out early and just figured it out together how to get to where we are, to be honest.
I think you're right. I think, yeah, we've been very fortunate to have, and by the way, this I think leads into the next section. The next question is, because 20 years, it sounds like a story about two brothers, right? Yeah. It's not a story about just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who deserves some credit for this 20-year run whose name has never been on the sign?
So listen, we just mentioned Lydia, right? Because for a couple of things. So again, Lydia, stop listening. I don't want your head to get anybody. She won't listen.
Don't worry.
I know she won't.
Yeah.
But so here's a cool thing. So my brother, when he started in real estate, was still working at Cheesecake Factory in Boca, and Lydia said to him, "Okay, your last day at Cheesecake Factory is blah 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 date."
I think it was Jacob's birthday.
Yeah,
I mean before he was born. I think it was.
Yeah,
she
like
said
February
to me,
19th.
Michael, your last day at Cheesecake Factory is February 19th.
Yep. Who's telling?
Either you call Cindy or I will.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yes.
Thank God she did that.
Yes. And by the way,
it wasn't fair to my family.
Correct. Right, because you
it
were
wasn't
working
fair
daytime.
to you as a business partner. I'm so glad she did it.
Yeah, but you were working full-time Cheesecake Factory, full-time real estate. You had a new baby. Like, yeah, there was a lot going on. I'm glad Lydia did that. And by the way, just you mentioned Cindy Saravia, who is now, what's her formal title? She's like Southeast United States regional manager for Cheesecake Factory. She is, and Puerto Rico. She is like one of the baddest women around. Mm-hmm. I just texted with her the other day, and we've been fortunate. We've helped Cindy and Jorge sell and buy and do some stuff. Cindy, because I'm on the board at the Boca School for Autism, one of the things that Mr. Mack specifically, one of the teachers at the school does with the kids is he started helping them make art out of corks. Mm-hmm. And I mentioned it to Cindy, and she immediately reached out to all of the restaurants in her region and said, hey, you need to start saving corks. And I just messaged with her, I think, yesterday, and she has like 300 corks for us.
That's awesome.
That I'm going to collect that the kids at the school are going to keep making art for. Like, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Who would you say, who worked alongside of us that helped make us better?
I mean, 100%. The answer is everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody had a part of it, whether it was fun, structure, contract, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. The first one I thought of is someone who I love so much still to this day, even though we don't talk a lot, Scotty, right?
Scotty Abel.
He was okay at the business. I mean, he has taken off and made himself a life.
Yes. So
But
proud
just
of
the joy that
So
he brought to our lives every day, the positive attitude, the love, I will never forget that.
Yeah, even when he laughed at me when I was carrying a box from an open house, Scotty, I'm going to send this clip to you. I'm carrying a box from an open house that he and I did together right near where we live. Carrying it across the street, didn't realize that one of the reflection markers in the middle of the street was there. I stepped on it, turned my ankle, fell down. The box of Dunkin' Donuts munchkins went down. Everything squished on it. They were all flat, and he was just hysterical.
Yeah.
Damn you, Scotty. Love that. I love that. So if you, hold on, what are you pointing at? You go next.
If you could hand 2006 Dan one book, podcast, tool, or piece of advice, what would you give them?
Oh, that is a good, if I could hand him one book, podcast, tool, or advice. There's so much. I don't know if there's one thing. The book, oh shit, it just fell out of my head. It's all about Atomic Habits by James Clear. Atomic Habits it talks about how a small thing done over time has a huge impact, right? So it's about consistency. That's what I would say. So same question. 2006 Michael. What does 2006 Michael need?
Easy. The answer's, it's not one of the things that I said before, but the core. The core coaching program.
Yeah, they were great.
Changed our business and lives for the positive.
Yeah.
Made us understand money in a business, because before we started doing P&Ls, we'd get a check after closing it. So people would say, oh, did you make money? Yeah, I just got a check.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't take into account anything. So I think the core is what I would put it with.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. All right, so next, no speeches. First answer that comes to mind. You ready?
This feels dangerous.
Who's more stubborn?
I think you know the answer to that. Me.
Yes. 100%.
I'm better than I used to be.
You are much better than you used to be. Still stubborn.
Yeah.
Still stubborn.
Who's more competitive?
You're welcome. It's you again.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's more likely to answer a client after 10 p.m.?
I don't know. Maybe the guy who answers clients after 10 p.m.
Who's that?
You?
Oh, yeah. No, I've gotten way better.
Yes. Thank you.
Way better.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, same.
Because I love you.
Same.
Who's more likely to say yes first and figure out how later?
I think that could be either of us.
No way.
No?
No.
Who?
It's me.
Yeah, it's you.
Dude, you think too much.
I do.
You think too much.
I do.
Right? It hurts your...
I like to do
You
it.
prepare too much.
Yeah, I like to prepare, but I'm good with change too.
Yeah.
Because I'm very quick on my feet. I'm a good. If I were a boxer, I would be a great counterpuncher.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to buy some new gadget, an app, a system, or a piece of technology we absolutely need?
You.
Yeah.
Always.
Not you, the technology guy.
Always. Who's better at admitting when he's wrong?
I don't know. I'm wrong. I'll tell you later. Both of us. I think we're both pretty good at that. We're both pretty good at that. Who would? I don't even need to ask. Who would be worse at retirement? You can't sit still ever now.
What?
How are you gonna? How are you gonna retire?
I'm never retiring. I'm going to be doing something
We'll have to figure
until I'm
something out. Yeah.
thrown in my urn.
Yes.
Who's changed more since 2006?
I think both of us significantly. However, you, for sure, I would say.
I was also behind you 8 years.
Correct.
So it makes sense.
Correct. Who would struggle more if the other one took a month off?
I don't want to answer that.
I think that means me.
I think it do.
Yeah.
I think so.
I would struggle more if you took a month off.
You're better than I am,
I just get too involved.
do more. It's weird.
I get too involved. I get bogged down in stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You're better than I am at everything.
That's not
just so you know.
I can't shoot.
But I get more done. It's weird.
Yeah. Different. Yeah. Different. That's
Right?
why. That's one of the reasons why working together works.
Yeah. One word to describe working with your brother for 20 years.
Awesome.
I was going to say dogs.
Dogs.
No, awesome. I wouldn't change it for the world. All right, ready? Favorite Boca restaurant in 2006?
Oh, 2006. Well, listen, I would say Cheesecake Factory. I get to come see my brother.
Yeah.
And see a whole bunch of people. The Valentes, right? Joel. Get to, Cindy, get to see a bunch of people.
Yep.
Your perfect South Florida day in 2006. What would you do? Enjoy a day?
I don't know. I think I just worked and then went out to a bar after work.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yeah. What's one place, business, organization, or local tradition that has become part of our family's South Florida story?
Is there another place besides the YMCA?
I don't think so.
Right? I mean, we're at the YMCA all the time. I think that's it. I think that's it. All right, so let's fast forward 20 years.
Oof. I'll be almost 50.
Yeah, son of a. What do you hope is still true about us in 20 years?
That we're the same caring, giving, loving people that we have been.
I think that.
What do you hope's completely different?
I think sort of like, I don't know why her name just fell out of my head, but that coach that yelled at us about ready, aim, fire. I think that, I hope that we are, and when I say we, I'm talking to me, less ready, aim, and more fire.
Yeah.
That's what I think. What do you want the Nathanson Brothers name to mean to people?
Trust, reliability. I think that's good. If revenue isn't allowed in the answer, how will you know the next 20 years were successful?
You ready? It's like your dream about coaching basketball. It's somebody coming up to us in Publix or at an FAU basketball game or at the YMCA and saying, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You helped me with blah 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 blah." I think that's I think that will be how we see that we're successful.
Yeah.
Right. The referrals, the thank yous.
Yeah. So this 20-year anniversary also reminds us why we created the Digital Mayors podcast, right? South Florida has given our family, our businesses, and us personally so much. This show is one small way to get to return some of that by shining a light on the people, businesses, organizations, and places doing good things here. So thank you for watching, listening, sharing these stories, and helping us love where we live.
Yes, which we do. And so before we completely wrap up, we want to turn this around a little bit.
Yeah, so we spent an hour telling stories about the last 20 years. Now we want yours.
Ooh, so when did you meet the bros? That's I think that's a good question.
Yeah, that's what we should be asking, right?
Right?
So, yeah, I don't know. I think I met the bros 20 years
Not
ago.
when you met the bros. We're talking to our audience.
I know.
When did our audience meet the bros?
Yeah, listen.
Kids these days. So was it through real estate? Was it mortgage, the chamber, the YMCA, BNI, Home Dudes? I mean, there's a happy hour, our podcast, somewhere completely random. Let us know, where did we meet?
Yeah, if you got a funny story, an old photo, a closing picture, an old business card, anything from somewhere along these 20 years, send it to us.
Especially the embarrassing stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the embarrassing
We know
stuff.
you have it.
So please put your story, put your how you met us in the comments, text us, email us, send us the photo. We would love to collect those things.
Absolutely. And because the coolest part of looking back over these 20 years isn't the number of transactions or businesses.
No, it's the people, right?
It's the relationship.
Yeah. So it's the people who trusted us, who've referred us, who've worked with us, supported us, challenged us, laughed with us, sometimes at us, sometimes tolerated us.
And before we actually finish this up,
Yeah.
can I share a couple of statistics about the Nathanson
that'd be
Brothers
cool.
real estate
I'd like
team?
you to do that.
Because I think this is really cool.
Yeah.
Right? So 20 years. The Nathanson Brothers real estate team has done 663 transactions.
Wow.
That's 33.15 per year.
A lot
The
of-
average
a lot of
realtor
people helped.
does how many transactions a year?
Fewer than 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. 660.
Again, think about it. That's a lot of people that we've had an impact in their lives.
Yeah.
That feels pretty cool.
And I got a whole bunch of stats here, but I'm going to give you just one more,
Please.
which I think is awesome, which is why you should be hiring us. 53.55% of all of our listings were sold within 30 days.
30 days. Yeah. Listen, because we have systems, processes, we're experienced, we learn, we do the right thing for our clients.
Yeah.
So I have one final question for you.
Go.
20 years from now, somebody asks you what these first 20 years working with your brother meant to you. What do you hope you say?
I mean, it meant the world. Literally, you are my world. You, Lydia, my boys, our close family and friends, Efren, and it's just that's what it is. It's just the experiences we've got to have together because of the hard work we put in.
Yeah. And by the way, not that you're asking, but I'm going to say the same thing. It's the fact that we get to have an impact together. I think that's very cool to share that because, again, we didn't grow up like that. And to see that when we walk into a place that people recognize us, and it's not about, oh my God, people know us. It's about that we've made an impact, we've made a friend. That's what it's like. I think that is so incredibly cool.
Yeah, and listen, happy anniversary, bro.
No, thank you. Happy anniversary. Right?
I would get up and give you a hug, but we got wires and stuff over here.
Stinking wires. So
20 freaking years.
Amazing. And so I would say to everyone that has been part of these 20 years, thank you.
Yeah.
Truly.
And if you know somebody who should be part of the next chapter, whether they need help with real estate, a mortgage, their home, or they're simply somebody doing something great in South Florida that we should know about, please introduce us.
Yeah, so you can find, again, everything at lovewhereyoulive.fl.com. That's where we are.
And if you enjoyed this episode, like it, share it, follow, subscribe to the Digital Mayors podcast, and leave us a 5-star review.
And seriously, tell us in the comments when and where and how did you meet the bros.
Yeah, so here's to the next 20, bro.
Here's to the next 20 years. And as always,
Love where you
love
live.
where you live. Bye for now. Bye for now.
Sammy the Sloth?
Sammy the
You know
Sloth.
what I want to say to him?
What?
Squaw!